missed. And all right, so once again, everybody, good evening, and I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited because, first of all, this is our very first Go Supervisor training. It's our very first one. And I'm really looking forward to be doing this every month. I've started with once a month, but who knows, maybe they will evolve into twice a month. It all depends on how it goes. And why this training? Why this training? You know, one major thing that we want to do right now is to help as many people as possible get to supervisor. That's like major for us right now. That's like key, critical. We want to help as many people as possible get to supervisor. And one of the reasons why we want to help as many people as possible to get to supervisor is because now getting to supervisor is a little bit easier. And if it's a little bit easier, it doesn't mean that it's easy. It's not easy, guys. And that's why we're having this session, because we want to make sure that nobody gets delusional about 10cc being easy. It's not easy. It is still tough. We'll still need to work very hard, and we want to support as many people as possible to go for this. So I hope a number of you listening here, you are either here for yourself to get to supervisor, or also you are here to get skills and tips and ideas on how you can help people get to supervisor. Because right now I can tell you, we have a major focus of getting to supervisor and creating supervisors, getting to supervisors and creating supervisors. So coming down to the major point and the reason why we are on this meeting, going for supervisor. And I want to start by talking about what we're going to cover today. So we'll talk about the mindset that is required to help you get to supervisor, but also we'll talk about the skills that are required to help you get to supervisor. So we'll break it that way. And if time allows, maybe I might open up an opportunity for people to ask questions. I'm not so sure. Maybe I might open up an opportunity for people to share their experiences as well, because I can tell you what I'm going to share here is not just my personal experience. I've also taken experiences from people that have already achieved supervisor. I mean, I've literally texted them and they've given me their thinking on what it takes to become a supervisor. So I will represent their ideas and I will represent my ideas, and I will invite, if time allows, an opportunity for anybody else to come in. Now, the point is 10cc. The point is supervisor, period. That's the main reason for this meeting. And if you think about that, where does it begin? Where does it begin? It starts there with the mindset. You need to have the right mindset in order for you to smash this goal. And if you don't have the right mindset, then you will probably not achieve supervisor, not because you don't have the ability, no, but because your mindset is not right. And the right mindset is the mindset that will make you, number one, wake up every day in the morning excited. Number two, wake up every day in the morning focused on your goal. Number three, get you to do the actions that are needed to achieve your goal. That part, that number three part, is ignored by most people. Most people think the right mindset is simply the one that will make you remain excited or remain positive. No. The right mindset has to be able to push you into actions. If your mindset cannot push you into actions, it's not the right mindset. So we'll talk about that. How do you create that right mindset that will push you to achieving your supervisor? How are you going to create that? And the right mindset is the one that's going to make you persist. It's the one that's going to make you fight until the last minute. You know, when we were closing the month in May, we had people in the office up to late in the evening. You know, we literally had to tell them, you have to go. They were still pushing for their goals. That's the mindset that we need, not the mindset that will make you feel like, okay, maybe it's going to happen. Now, this meeting is not like an orientation where we are going to just hug you and pamper you. I wanna put a warning or a disclaimer. No, this is gonna be a very straight talk meeting, because I don't believe anybody will make will do 10cc supervisor easily. No, it's not easy. So there's going to be straight talk. There's going to be challenging you. But the best thing is we will show you how exactly you can plan your day so that you can be able to smash these CCs, all right? And I'll tell you the first thing that you need to do is to make a decision. And I want to ask you, if you're in this meeting and you are an assistant supervisor, have you already made the decision that you're going for supervisor? Have you made that decision? Have you really decided? Not a wish. Have you made that decision? And if it's a decision, definitely it has a deadline. And if it's a decision, definitely it will make you uncomfortable. Do you know that most decisions make us uncomfortable? When it's a decision, it will make you uncomfortable. So I want to ask you, have you made the decision that I am going to become a supervisor? Have you made that decision? Is it firm? That's the first thing you need to do. Number two, what do you tell yourself? Be careful with what you tell yourself. They say we talk a lot in Forever, but I can tell you, we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else. So how is your self-talk? What do you tell yourself? And I want to give you some landmines. I call them landmines. It's like the mistakes that most FBOs make on their self-talk. So many FBOs I meet, and their self-talk is like, oh my gosh, this supervisor, it is so tough. If people knew how tough CCs are, if people knew how tough prospects are, if people knew how this is so tough, they'll put cry emojis like, oh my God, do people know how tough this is? Now, let me tell you something. It is tough. It is tough. Yes, prospects can disappoint you, but don't make that your self-talk. Because if that will become your self-talk, then this is what's going to happen. Spiritually, you will be denying yourself to be on that space. So you'll find yourself not working the business and you'll wonder, why am I not putting in the effort? I have the goal, but I'm not putting in the effort. Why? Because of your self-talk. But also, subconsciously, if you will continue to tell your mind that this is tough, this is like this is disappointing, this is like this, if you continue to tell yourself that, that will be so deep in your subconscious. And guess what's going to happen? Your subconscious mind is always trying to protect you from things that can make you experience pain. Your subconscious mind. That's why if you touch something hot, you don't need to think about removing your hand. Your subconscious mind, the reflex will be there. So what's going to happen? Because of your self-talk, then when you meet a prospect, your subconscious mind will literally stop you from going to talk to that prospect. Why? Because talking to that prospect might lead you to pain. So we need to change our self-talk. We need to make sure that whenever you talk about a challenge, it is very okay to recognize the challenge. Whenever you talk about a challenge, make sure, remember this. When you say, this is so tough, this is not easy, becoming supervisor is not easy. When you say that, always finish with but. Always say, but it's worth it. But I'm going to do it. But I have what it takes. You know, prospects disappoint us. Yes, but there are other prospects waiting for me. Sometimes people join and they quit. Yes, they join and quit, but I have the ability to bring more people. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what social media is, but I can learn. Your self-talk has to be positive because you need to be in a certain mindset so that you can be able to smash your activities on a daily basis. Your mindset has to be on that level. Envision your success. See yourself on that stage. I mean, if you're becoming a supervisor, I hope you will be on the grand success day. I hope you'll be on the grand success day. If you don't know how that venue looks, I'll send a bunch of photos to our group so that you can get an idea of how that venue looks, so that you can envision yourself walking that stage. Envision yourself. Because when you envision yourself, guess what happens? Your subconscious mind will take supervisor as something important. And once your subconscious mind grabs that, then you will subconsciously Take actions that are going to take you to success. So envision yourself becoming a supervisor. See yourself as a supervisor. And you will see this supervisor pin on all my slides. It is there. I want you to continue seeing that. I want you to continue seeing yourself as a supervisor. Now, that is not enough. That is not enough. Just thinking I'm going to make it is not enough. Let me tell you, amazing people in here. For you to be a supervisor, you need to have knowledge. We can't go around that. There's no shortcut to that. You need to have knowledge. So then personal development has to be part of your strategy this month. You want to smash supervisor? You have to make sure you are doing personal development each and every day. And someone might tell me, Enos, where am I going to get the time? Let me tell you something. If you can't read a book, no, let me say this. Someone said, if you can't run, you walk. No, he said, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. Whatever it is, don't stop moving. So here I'm telling you, if you can't read a book, listen to something, watch something on your commuting. I mean, you can't fail to put earphones and listen to something that's going to uplift your mindset. You can't fail to do that. So be on personal development every day. Make sure you're feeding your mind with something positive, but also make sure every day you're feeding your mind with concrete information. Let me underline that. You have to feed your mind with concrete information, because you know what? There is a level of belief that will never be achieved by simply feeding your mind with positive information. No, there is a level of belief that you'll only get it when you feed your mind with facts. Facts. When you feed your mind with things that are directly addressing that aspect that you want. Let me give you an example. You want to have the confidence of building a team. Simply saying I can build a team is not enough. I need to have the skills of how to lead a team. So when you learn something about leading a team, guess what's going to happen? It's going to tell your mind, hey, now I have the ability to lead a team. So on your personal development, don't just do hype motivational type of personal development. No, also be very intentional about skill-based personal development. Very important. Now, when it comes to network marketing, we have some core skills that are important for anybody that is trying to grow in the business. And one of the core skills, prospecting, you got to learn that. And we'll talk about it. How to contact people, how to follow up on people, how to present the opportunity or the products. Those are skills. If I know how to make a call, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to be confident in making calls. And when I'm confident, I will do more of that. When I do more of that, I'll get results. When I get results, I'll be even more confident. And it goes on like that. It's a positive, vicious cycle, a positive spiral. And the opposite is also true. You know what? One of the biggest reasons why sometimes as FBOs we have fear on certain areas is not because we lack confidence, because maybe our mindset is weak. No. It's simply because for real, we don't really know how to do that. We don't really know how to do that presentation. So definitely I will fear. So personal development has to be on your agenda. And I'll give you some ideas on what you should focus on this month. What should you start with? And what I'm going to share with you, please start run with it. Start, if it's a video, start to watch it. If it's an audio, start to listen to it. Why? Because I need you to have also the knowledge. I don't just want you to be, they say, ignorance on fire. No, don't be ignorance on fire. You need to be knowledge on fire. Knowledge on fire. That's amazing. Understand that when you start to work your business this month, when you are chasing those 10cc, there is a lead time. You need to be patient. When you do the activities the first 3 days and you have not sold, when you make 10 calls every day for the first 3 days and you have 0 appointments, understand it takes time. There's a lead time. There's a waiting time. So be patient with yourself, but don't be patiently waiting. Be patiently working. Don't be patiently waiting. No, be patiently working. Work harder, more patience. Work harder, more patience. Understand that. Let me close with that. Gotta pray. You need to pray. And I want to remind you, if you have not prayed this month about your goal for supervisor, please go pray. Pray about it. If you have not prayed about you creating supervisors, please go pray. Because when you pray, a lot of things happen. Number one, you are opening the whole universe for yourself. Number two, it gives you the confidence that I'm not alone. I'm not alone. So don't make a mistake of not praying. Pray. And if you start to do these things, your mindset will get you up in the morning. You are excited and you're going to get into actions and activities. Now, I promise I'm going to share some recommended personal development. These ones, just take a screenshot. Number one, company policy. Yes, I mean that. Go through the company policy. Browse through, pick some points, whichever, but make sure you go touch that book. You can download it online, foreverliving.com. You can go download it. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send, no, don't need to let me know. I'll send it in groups. Read the company policy. Why? Because in order for you to really understand our marketing plan, you'll need to read the company policy. Number two, Fast Steps to Manager. This booklet, if you have not gone through it from first page to the last page, really going through it, please do so. Please do so. Because when you start to read it, you realize there is a lot more that you can do that can bring you those CCs. Sometimes we are stuck with only one way of marketing the products, one way of looking for prospects. But if you go through the Fast Steps to Manager, it will open up your mind into more ways. So please, if not yet, go for that. Put it in your agenda. Like, okay, this month, I'm going to focus on this personal development. The welcome video, a simple, easy video. You can get it, foreverliving.com. You can get it there. Or you can go to YouTube and search Forever Living welcome video. You will get it. Go watch that video. Why? It talks about the mindset that you need when you have just joined the business. Beautifully, beautifully done. Go for that. We have got products training. Now, if you go to the YouTube channel, the Forever Tanzania YouTube channel, when you open that channel, if you look there, you'll see there's a place written playlist. Go click playlist. Don't just browse through. It's too many trainings, you'll get confused. Click playlist. If you click playlist, you will see trainings arranged by categories. You will see Kiswahili products training, utaziona. You will see English products training. You will see business skills, English. You'll see trainings for FBOs in Kiswahili. You will see business presentations. You will see them. So start there. Go click the products training playlist, browse through and ask yourself, which training do you want to listen to? Because you can't expect, we can't start to talk about retailing 5cc, 7cc, and you don't really understand the products. We'll be cheating each other here, guys. I must understand the products. I need to know what the products does. So I need to go for the training. There's business skills training. If you go on the business skills training, there are trainings there on number one, how to never run out of people. What a title. There are trainings there on health talks. There are trainings there on how to contact people. The trainings are there. Almost, not all. Most I know in Swahili, but every important topic, there's an English training. Go for it. And then put yourself on personal development, because I can tell you, if you're not going to push the personal development, you'll be missing out. And I don't want you to miss out. I don't want you to take a bigger goal and you're not sharpening your mind more. It's not going to work. If you have an X, you know an X, shoka kwa Kiswahili, shoka. If you have an X and you've always been chopping small trees, you chop them small trees. And now we've given you a bigger tree. And you come with your X and you start chopping that bigger tree, you're going to fail. You need to first sharpen that X, sharpen it, and then chop the tree, sharpen, chop the tree, sharpen, chop the tree. So that's why we need to do the personal development. This audio, building your network marketing business, I can recite this audio almost word to word, a number of parts of this audio. Why? I've listened to it, I don't know how many times. Too many times. Too many times. And if you are in this meeting and you have not listened to this first, I want you to start jumping up and down, because the moment you listen to this, it will help you develop a very strong philosophy about network marketing. There will be no challenge that is going to crush you. The next time you've invited people to a meeting and they don't show up, this audio will be your rescue, because they've talked about it in a very profound way. When you are looking for people to join and you meet people who don't have capital, this audio has talked about it. When you are trying to build a team and people are joining and they can't sell, when you feel like you are getting stuck, when you feel like, oh my gosh, I've got 10 people in the team, I wish all of them could do, sometimes you say, you know what? I'm looking at my team, I've got 10 people. If everybody could do 2cc, I have 20. Well, this audio will tell you that will never happen. That some will do 10, some will do 20, some will do 0. The audio will teach you. It gives you that strong philosophy, because I don't want to kid you that this journey to supervisor, the one that I'm going to be talking about, will be an easy journey. But I can tell you, it will be the most fulfilling journey of your forever experience. If you're an assistant supervisor listening to me right now, all right, look at the video and I want to look at your eyes, and I can tell you, the moment you finish your supervisor, you will respect yourself more. You will respect yourself more. Your team will respect you more. Your prospects will respect you. And make sure when you finish your supervisor, don't be the kind of people who wink in the dark. No, shout about it. Make noise about it. Post yourself on your Instagram, post yourself on your status, on your stories, even repost yourself. Why? It is an achievement that will attract other people. So it is going to be worth it. And it will start a ripple effect of you getting more and more success. Very powerful video, brilliant conversation. It answered almost all my doubts about network marketing, because I can tell you, when I started network marketing, I had so many doubts. So many doubts, pyramid scheme, blah, 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 making, the people on top of me, making money for them, all those blah, blahs, which you could still be having them, but you're just not telling us. You're only telling yourself when you're alone at night, about to sleep. That's when you're telling yourself like, I don't know if this is the same forever that Enos did back in 2007. Maybe back then it was different. Maybe that time it was different. Maybe that time they were just starting. That could be your self-talk. I know you're not telling us, and I know you're not telling your prospect, but that could be your self-talk. And we need to get rid of that. How do you get rid of that? You don't get rid of that by saying, I will stop that, I will stop that. No, 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 no. You get rid of that by giving answers to that, and you'll get answers on that brilliant conversation. So definitely go for it. So take a screenshot of all these personal development that I'm recommending for you. Now, I have a question for you. When we say go supervisor, what is supervisor? What is supervisor? And I don't mean to look down on anything, but I want you to kind of understand the difference between doing 10cc and building a 10cc business. I want you to understand that there is a difference between doing 10cc and building a 10cc business. Now, I also want to tell you, sometimes you will first do 10cc and then you will build a 10cc business. It's okay. And I want to tell you on your face, it is okay. And sometimes you will first build a 10cc business and then you will do 10cc. Have you ever met people that they are knowledgeable, they are doing the activities, but they're still on 2cc's? And then all of a sudden, they've done 10, they've done 20, right? So they built a 10cc business, but they had not yet done 10cc's. And have you ever seen people that have done 10cc and the next month they did 0? So they did 10cc, but they have not yet built a 10cc business. I want you to put that in your mind. Not that one is the most important or whatever. No, I want you to put that in your mind so that when you're going for your supervisor, you understand where you are. It's very important to understand where you are. Have I just done 10cc or have I already built a 10cc business? And if you have not yet built a 10cc business, but you have done 10cc, no problem, because we can start to build that 10cc business. So get to supervisor. I don't even know if I should say this or not, but a part of me feels like I should say it. A part of me is saying that get to that supervisor. Get to that supervisor. Maximize on your strength. And I'll talk more about that. Now, when you become a supervisor and you just end there, you have not maximized supervisor. Don't just move from being a retailing assistant supervisor to a retailing supervisor. Don't just go to supervisor and say, you know what, now I'm getting a bigger profit. Whew, nice. Let me start retailing now so I can continue to get bigger profit. No, don't end there. Change your thinking. Say, you know what, I'm becoming a supervisor and my aim is to create supervisors. And when you think in that way, then you will know it starts with doing 10cc, but it doesn't end there. It goes to building a 10cc business. I hope you're getting me. If you're following me and if you are getting me, please put some fire there. If you're getting me, I want to feel you. I want to feel you. And today, I feel like I'm speaking from my heart. I really want to pour my heart out to you, because I know I'm talking here to super important people that are now, you are the center of our focus. Do you know that? Those people that want to be super, do you know that you are our focus? Not just me. I mean, the whole world is focusing on you. Let's go smash this thing, guys. Let's go smash this thing. I'll tell you, we have someone in the team that became a supervisor. And after she became a supervisor, she posted. And the moment she posted, her friends started texting her, you've become a supervisor. You are now starting to attract me. Why? Because she has shown she's an achiever. Nobody wants to join someone who is not an achiever. So go smash that supervisor. Whether you need to break your chin or you need to break your kiuno. What is kiuno in English, my friend? That has gone away. Your waist, go smash that supervisor. It's going to open doors for you. It's going to open doors for you. Now let's get to work. Let's talk about the work now. The mindset is fantastic. Let's talk about the work. And when we are talking about the work, there are areas that are very important that I want to address. When we talk about the work, number one, ask yourself, how are you planning to do the 10cc's? Now I'm going straight to the 10cc. How are you planning to do the 10cc? Have it clear. How many will be retailing? How many will be recruiting? Have that plan. Now, do you want me to bust your bubble a little bit? Most of the time, that plan which you've put, most of the time, it doesn't go perfectly. You might say, you know what? On my 10cc, I'm going to retail 4 and I'm going to recruit 6. That's the plan. That's the volume mapping. But you might get to supervisor by retailing 6 and recruiting 4, or retailing 8 and recruiting 2cc, or retailing 10cc. But it has to start with the volume mapping and knowing where do I want to get my CCs from. Because without that, you won't be able to set the activities. Without that, your activities won't be connected to where you're expecting your CCs to come from. So the work, it starts with the volume mapping. So I want to pause a little bit. I don't just want to browse through this training without giving you a moment to think and reflect. So I want to ask you, if you are an assistant supervisor, and I want you to be super honest with me, have you already mapped your CCs this month? First of all, my assumption is every single one of us is going supervisor this month. That's my assumption. And it's my assumption because damn right, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. And we're going to talk about how you can be able to do it. So have you done it already? Have you made that? The mapping. Is the mapping there? I see some yeses. If it's there, please put it on the chat. Yeah, sure. And if you have not done it, can you say no? I hope I'll see some no's, because I want to believe that not everybody has. Thank you. Thank you for those that have said no. Thank you. Now, for those that have said no, let me help you. Don't just out of the blue decide. No, make a decision with reasons. And this could be the reason. The first reason is your strength. Where is your strength? Because remember, The bottom line, you want to smash that thing called supervisor. Where is your strength? If your strength is on retailing and you put 1cc retailing and 9cc recruiting, you are working against your strength. If your strength is on retailing, I would put 6cc's on retailing, 4cc's on recruiting. That's where your strength is. And that's the first way of you determining how should you put your volume mapping. Number one, you look at your strength. Number two, especially for those that are fairly experienced, you probably can achieve both retailing and recruiting. The only thing you need is where are you taking your effort, right? For those that right now, you can be good at retailing or recruiting. It's just that you're not putting in the activities in retailing. That's why you're not retailing much. Or you're not putting the activities in recruiting. That's why you're recruiting. For you, ask yourself, what kind of a structure do you want to create right now? Maybe for you right now, the goal is simply, I want to see 10cc in my system. I want to make sure I'm on that stage and I'm being as real as possible here. If that is your goal, then you'll say, you know what? I'm going to go full recruiting. I'm going to go full retailing because I know that's what I can easily do. Go for it. Is that the best? Not the best. And I'll tell you more. Why it's not the best. Because the idea is to become supervisor and also to create supervisors. So you need to put the recruiting into the equation. And the question here I have for you is how much of each do you want so that you can be able to channel your energy. Someone said that I just want 10cc on my system. I feel you and I understand you. And if that is what you're going to achieve this month, then understand this. You have done 10cc. You have not yet built a 10cc business. So don't you sit and say, I've made it. No. No. You are just getting bigger discount now. You're getting more profit when you sell, but you've not yet made it. So in your mind, say, you know what? Done. Part one is done. I'm a supervisor. Now I'm going to go and start building my 10cc business. Because if you don't think that way, and that's something we're going to evaluate this month, literally, I'm going to check. It's going to be tiresome, but I'm going to check every supervisor of May. I will check how many CCs they will do in June just to get an idea. Do we have people who did 10ccs or do we have people that have built a 10cc business so that we know where now, how we can coach and train you more? So decide how many retailing, how many recruiting. I can give you what you should focus, not what you should focus on, what could be the best case scenario. Do your best to recruit 2 people. If you can recruit 3, even better. And do your best, those people you're recruiting, let them finish their 2 CCs. If you're a super retailer and you recruit 1 person and you have sold 8 CCs, fantastic, no problem. In your mind, say, you know what? I need to continue building, right? So challenge yourself to recruit at least 2 people. Challenge yourself that way. And I know you can put a goal of 5, 7 to recruit. It's okay. But I'm putting 2 there as a very bare minimum. Why? Because most of the people that I see going for supervisor, they are leaning more on retailing. And I wanna kind of support where you are leaning. I don't want to take you away from what you believe in right now. I want to see how we can use what you believe in right now, what you're excited with right now, and sometimes is what you need right now, and how we can connect it with how now you can grow from there. To challenge to recruit 2 people. Now, for any of those to come to pass, you need to be working on 7 days plan. And I'll go a bit deeper on that. That means don't just say this month. No. Let's go a step further and say, you know what? These 7 days, what do I want to do on these 7 days? So put that 7-day plan. Record your activities. What activities are you going to be recording? I'll show you when I kind of dive deeper onto this 7-day plan. Record your activities. Because if you don't record your activities, number one, you can't know if you're doing enough or not. Number two, your upline cannot know how to help you. If I meet someone and they say, okay, can I see the list of people that you have talked to and there is no list? Can I see your pipeline and there is no list? And how am I going to be able to help you? So make sure you have your activities recorded. Have those lists. In forever, you'll be needing to do a lot of lists. list of prospects, list of pipeline. Those two are major. I mean, everybody, every new number that you get, that's your prospect. Your whom do you know list, that's your prospect. The people that respond to your advert, that's your prospect. Save them in a way that you can get back to them easily, right? The people that have gotten the information, that's your pipeline. So you'll have your business pipeline and you'll have your products pipeline. And if you're planning to retail 10cc, you better put good records of everybody that you have talked to about the product so that you can be able to do effective follow-up to them. Now, on the 7-day plan, what is a 7-day plan, by the way? Let that not intimidate you. It's simply what you want to do in the next 7 days. It is as simple as that. And what you want to do in the next 7 days, what should not miss? Number one, it should not miss your recruiting activities. Someone might say, but Enos, I said I just want 10cc in my system. I don't want to think about recruiting. No, you start doing the recruiting activities now. You can lower your recruiting expectations, but you start the activities now because people take time to join. And the activities you're doing now, they might give you results now, or they might give you results next month. Now, if recruiting is totally not your focus right now, then I can understand you won't put 10 calls of recruiting per day. Maybe you'll put 2 calls, maybe you'll put 3 calls, but the activity has to be there. Retailing activity, it has got to be there. It has got to be there. And I'll go a bit deep about them. Personal development, it has got to be there. Now, when you're thinking about personal development, retailing, recruiting, one of the challenges that most people tell me, or a number of times people tell me is, Enos, how do I balance? I feel like when I start retailing, my recruiting goes down. When I start recruiting, my retailing goes down. Well, number one, I want to tell you that is a challenge. To be able to balance is not easy. It's a challenge. The same way, how do I balance recruiting new people while helping my team? How do I balance that? The same way, how do I balance time with my family and building the business? It is not easy, it's a challenge, but it is possible. And what is one tip I can give you, or one advice I can give you? Number one, plan ahead. Plan ahead. Know ahead what will be my retailing activities, what will be my recruiting activities, when will I be doing the personal development? Plan ahead. Number two, when you wake up in the morning, when you sit down and you're ready for work. Some people do this a night before. I do it in the morning. When I sit down, I don't start working right away. The first thing is I open my diary and I go to the today's date and I start to list down the things that I want to accomplish. And when I'm listing those people, because my subconscious mind understands that, Enos, you need to make sure you have dealt with your team. You need to make sure you've dealt about your personal prospects. You need to make sure you've helped about the prospects of your team. Now, you can't do all those activities in a single day, right? So every day I'll have my priorities, like these are my core things today. And that way, I can't leave out completely any area. You should not leave out completely any area. You might be a little bit biased on one area than the other, but not to leave it out completely. Not to leave it out completely. CC targets. These have to be part of your 7-day plans. Like, okay, in these 7 days, today is the 6th of June. Do you know that today is the 6th of June? Do you know that tomorrow we are closing the first 7 days of June? Yes, we are having this meeting while we are about to close the first week of June. Now, do you know that tomorrow? Do you know that on the Kickstart, when we did the Kickstart on Monday, the task that I shared at the end is to share the business with 20 people in the next 7 days. I don't know if you have done that or not. I don't know. But if you have done that, then you would have probably be having something happening right now in your business. Now, if you have not done much and now you're like, okay, I'm restarting, I'm refocusing, have your CC target. By the 14th of the month, the next 7 days, how many CCs do I want to see in the system? Don't be over positive that, okay, I have 0, it's okay. At the end of the month, I'll still have my 10. No. Start to be alerted early. Call it panic early or alerted early, whichever. But you need to have those CC targets. Like, okay, this first week, how many CCs do I want to do? Maybe it's 0.8. Maybe it's 0.5 because I've not done activities for the past 6 months. I have no customers. I'm brand new. So I'm thinking about 0.5. Whatever it is that you put, the target has to be there. Don't start a week without knowing the target. Don't start a week. Me and Eliza, we have our weekly targets. Today we were checking our weekly target and we said, okay, we are close. We are close to our weekly target. And when we miss it, it's a feedback like, okay, what needs to happen? So have those targets. Review those numbers every 7 days. There's no point of you putting a plan and not reviewing it, because 95% of the plans, they don't come through. They don't come through. They need you to review. The plan is there to help you refocus. The plan won't just take you there. It's there to help you refocus. You'll imagine, up to now, I've not talked much about the activities that you need. You know why? They are so easy to learn. They are so easy to be told. But these unseen things are the ones that cause some people are able to do the activities and some are not able to do the activities. Now, let's talk about your DMO for success, daily method of operation for success. As someone that wants to smash 10 cc's, what should you be doing on daily basis? Number one, start with a list. Start with a list. Now, let me broaden this. What do I mean by that? Let me speak to those that are brand new in the business. If you're listening to me and you're brand new in the business, you have never written a list of people that you want to talk to, please go write down that list. Go write down that list. Take your phone A to Z, write down that list. Because if you don't do that, guess what's going to happen? You will have no one to talk to in the next 7 days. Or rather, you'll have very few people to talk to in the next 7 days. If you say, you know what, I'm going to go and prospect online. Well, if you start prospecting online right now, don't be surprised that the first 3-4 days, you only got 2 numbers. That means your first 3-4 days, you've only spoken to 2 people, while if you had written a list, maybe you would have spoken to 20 people. There's got to be a difference between doing something with 2 people versus doing something with 20. So please start with a list. Start with a list. Now, let me speak to those that are not brand new. You have been in the business. If you have been in the business, maybe you have even sold products before. I want to a little bit, put an emphasis there on massive retailing. For those that have sold products, go and list down all your past customers. List them down. Why? Because you want to re-engage with them. Remember, you want to push, you want to go extra so that you can be able to retail CCs you've never retailed before. You want to go from retailing 4 cc to 8 cc's. So go back to that list so that you can have something to start with right away. Because we need you tomorrow to have people to talk to. We need you tomorrow to have people to text. We need you tomorrow to have people to connect with your upline if you are new in the business. Now, that's not going to happen if you don't have a list. So you need to create that list, all right? That's the daily method of operation. Start with a list, okay? Now, when you are creating that list, understand this. That list which you are starting with, which is a list of people that you are starting to introduce to forever. That list is a living document. That means names will be removed and names needs to be added to that list. And in order for that to happen, you need to start prospecting. Now, when it comes to prospecting, decide the methods that you want. These are some of the key common ones that we can talk about. Number one, DM people. Send messages to people directly. Now, what are you looking for? Are you looking for customers? If you're looking for customers, I would try to DM people that look like they can be my customers. I will look for pages. I will look for accounts, Instagram accounts or Facebook pages that their followers are people that probably are in the working class, because I need people who have purchasing power to buy my products. If you get employed by Toyota today and they tell you, what, you're the salesperson for Toyota, I bet you're not just going to go in the streets where people are sleeping, they have no home to sleep and start to give brochure for the Toyotas. No, you will say, I have more probability if I go to these places, right? So even when it comes to DM, find accounts that have a bigger possibility. Face to face as well. you want to get customers. You're also looking for people who can join with 2CC. Start to think a little bit deeper. Where should I go? Where should I go? Have a little bit of a focus. The more you are focusing, the better you will attract people. The more you are for anybody, the less people you're going to attract. Face to face, where can I get the right, I fear saying the right people. Let me say the people that you want to get. If you're looking for the working class, ask yourself, how can I connect with the working class face to face? Where should I go? Probably you'll need to go to their offices. Now, when you go to their offices, what can be an easy way for you to start connecting with them? You can use health talks. You can go and ask for the permission to do a health talk in their offices. That will give you an opportunity to connect face to face with the working class. You might look for events and exhibitions that are happening around your area, because most people who are part of exhibitions and events, they are working at something. They probably have the purchasing power. So you are doing face to face, but you're a little bit strategic. You're a little bit strategic. You'll create nice looking flyers. Maybe not, cheap material, nice colored, something nice, so that when you give to someone, they can take you more seriously. You need to be, that's part of your daily method of, like, every day you have to be prospecting. If a day passes and you have not prospected, oh my gosh, that day you have not done one of the most important things for your business. Your who do you know list. This is part of your daily method of operation. Going back to the people you know, especially for most of you listening to me right now, you are probably 1 or 2 years in the business. You still have a lot of people that you have not talked to. You still have your followers on Instagram that you have not finished them yet. Go to them. Referrals. That's another opportunity for you to make sure that you are having lists. You are having people added to the list. Customers. I mentioned this because a number of you already have existing customers. Go to them. Go to them. This has to be something that you are doing on daily basis to make sure that you never run out of people. Crucial, vital, very important. Number 3, part of your daily method of operation. I hope now you're understanding why I started with mindset. Because if you start your day and your mind is saying, oh my gosh, I have to go now start talking to people. If that's how you have made talking to people feel, how you have made talking to people makes you, how do I put that? If that's how talking to people, you have allowed it to make you feel that way, I can tell you, you're not going to be doing these things. Your subconscious mind won't allow you. That's why I need you to change your self-talk. I need you to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? This thing called forever is so damn hard, but it's worth it, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to smash it, and my poster will be there when I'm being recognized, and I'm going to post it all over. You need to connect with it that way. Now, contacting. This is daily activities. Contacting. How many people are you contacting? Now, someone might ask me, Enos, are you talking about contacting people for business or for products? I'll say, go back to your volume mapping. It will be an error if you put 8cc retailing, 2cc recruiting, right? Can you still hear me? It will be an error if you put 8cc retailing, okay? 2cc recruiting. And then you are spending half the day talking to business prospects, and you don't talk to enough people for retailing. How are you going to retail those 8cc's? How? You will not make it. That will be an error. You have your goal here, and your strategy is taking you the other way. So how many people are you going to contact? You have to go back to your volume mapping and then make a decision from there. But when it comes to recruiting, if you want to be able to recruit at least 2 people a month, then do your best to contact 5 people a day. Keep that number in your mind. I want to be contacting 5 people a day so that by the end of the week, by the end of the month, I've recruited at least 2 people. Keep that in your mind. Presenting. How many presentations do you want to do every day? And someone might ask me, Enos, are you talking about business presentation or products presentation? And the answer is on a volume mapping. How many do you need to do? Now, for you to recruit 2 people on monthly basis, we recommend you present the opportunity to at least 10 people a week. 10 people a week. So if you want to get a number when it comes to recruiting, it's 10 people a week. Presenting might get you to recruiting 2 people a month. When it comes to products, most people that are retailing packages, they will tell you they need to speak to 10 to 15 people about that package for them to get 1 client. You will need to speak to about 10, 15 people to get about C9 to get 1 person to buy a C9. So in order for you to be able to sell 20 C9s, 10 C9s is 4.8 cc. So if you say, you know what, I'm going to do 10 cc retailing, I'm going to retail 20 C9s. If I want to retail 20 C9s, I should prepare to talk to at least 300 plus people about C9 in that particular month. 300. Now you'll ask me, Enos, how can I speak to 300 people in a month about C9? I'll come back to my daily presenting. Can I talk to 10 people about C9 in a day? And the answer is straightforward, yes. Because one of the quickest presentation or call you can do is to talk about C9. It's hardly 5-10 minutes. You are done. You send tools, you send videos, and then the follow-up continues. Now, someone can ask me, Enos, how can I get 10 people every day to talk to about C9? Then I'll tell you, let's look at your prospecting. What are you doing to get new people to talk to about C9? You see that connection? When you have that connection, then the activities will start to flow. Follow up. This has to be happening every day. You might as well put this like on your daily, on your DMO and say, okay, did I add names to my list? Did I do prospecting activity? Did I contact? Did I present? Did I do follow-up every day? If you are contacting and presenting every day, then you will be needing to follow up people every day. And when it comes to follow-up, you follow up yourself, but also I want to encourage you, use tools, use videos, use testimonies of other people, and also use your upline. And if you use your upline, don't forget to edify your upline, right? Now, let's talk about some retailing strategy. Let's talk about retailing strategy. And as we continue, I want you to kind of like get the concept of the way this training is going. So number 1, the mind has to be ready, okay? And when the mind is ready, what do I need? I can't just be ready and I'm empty in my mind. I need to feed my mind with something. You know, I'm even closing my eyes because I'm envisioning this journey that someone who is new is taking, that the mind is ready. And number 2, I'm feeding my mind with the knowledge, with the right stuff, all right? And then number 3, I'm starting to be organized. I'm starting to plan my work. I'm starting to understand that, okay, I need to have 7-day plans. I need to have things that I'm focusing on 7 days. What will be those things? I need to have retailing. I need to have recruiting. I need to have personal development happening on 7 days. Now, in order for me to be successful every 7 day, I need to have successful days. Right? In order for me to have a successful week, I need to have successful days. So then, how should my successful day be? My successful day has to be filled with income-generating activities. What are income-generating activities? Are the activities that get you to speak to someone. What are those? Number 1, I've got my list there. I start to prospect so I can start talking to more people. I start to contact, I start to present, I start to follow up. So there I have. Now, how can I have efficiency when it comes to retailing? I need to have a strategy. I want you to get this as a journey, because when you understand this as your journey, when you get this as your journey, then you will know anybody can take this journey, right? So on your retailing strategy, number 1, choose your focus. And there are both ways. Products, which product you want to focus on, and number 2, which method you want to focus on. Choose your focus. It's important to have your focus area. Now, are you only going to sell the products you're focused on? Definitely not. Are you only going to get customers from your focused methods? Definitely not. But without any focus, you are all over. And nothing, you know, we used to play this game when we were very young, when we were kids. We would take a magnifying glass, call it a lens back then. And then we'll take a piece of paper and put a magnifying glass on top of that. And you put that lens there, until that paper will start to burn. Literally, it will burn. Why? Because that lens focuses the sun's rays on one spot. That's why we need the focus there. So choose the products. Now, when you're choosing the products, tips I can give you. Think in this way. Number one, select packs. Packs. It's easier to get to 5cc when you are retailing packages. C9, bedroom pack, joint pack, skincare pack, personal care pack. Think packs so that when you get 10 customers in a month, your 4cc is done or your 5cc is done. Think packs, right? So select those packs you want to focus on, or one pack that you want to focus on. But I want to give you like something additional there. Also, choose easy to buy products that you could be putting yourself on some campaigns and you can easily sell them. You know, a product like aloe vera gel is just one product. It's not a pack. You might say, you know what? The next 3 days, as much as I market C9, the next 3 days, I want to sell 5 aloe vera gels. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put myself on a campaign of talking to 10 people a day about aloe vera gel. There's a focus of the major package where you're going on social media, you are running ads and all that. And then you've got these other smaller, like additional products that you're selling as you're waiting for your big sales. As you're waiting for your big sales. So you have it kind of balanced a little bit. And sometimes these not big packages, you don't need to go very big on them. You could just say, you know what? Every day, I'm going to post a cheap product. Every day, I'm going to make sure I post a lip balm or a tooth gel or a deodorant or one aloe vera gel, a product that it doesn't need someone to say, I need to go wait for my salary and all that. So that you are also, you're filling in those gaps. When you're waiting for that person to buy a full package, you're filling in those gaps. You understand? So put that strategy there. All right. Select your methods. There are so many methods. If you say, you know what, before I got the numbers, I'm gonna choose product launches. That's your method you have chosen, right? That doesn't mean because my method is product launch, so I'm not gonna put WhatsApp status. That's wrong. I'm going to choose social media. I'm going to run ads. That doesn't mean if you're at a restaurant and you have someone sitting next to you, you're going to ignore them because you're running ads. No. Choose your methods, but also be alert on every other opportunity that is there. And we know some of the major methods that we have. We've got ads. We've got product launches. We've got PAPs. We've got health talks. We've got one-on-one products, one-on-ones. We have got online product launches. Those are some of the major methods that we are using. Flyers, some of the major methods that we are using, right? Put them in your strategy, because if you don't have any kind of a strategy, then you're just going to be, all over and you're not going to achieve results. Now, the next thing, after you choose your focus, set the numbers. And I'll give an example of C9 because it's easy. It's 0.482cc. So I say, okay, what's my number? My number is I want to sell 10 C9s. Now, I've got my focus product. I've got my number. Now, what method am I going to use? I'm going to run ads. What will be my number? Number one, I'll run an ad each and every day for the whole month. You know why? Because if you normally run an ad once a week, not once a week, once a month, now you are looking for a way to quadruple your sales. Don't you think you also need to quadruple your activities? So set the right numbers. Maybe your budget is normally $2. That's your budget, $2. But now you want to go to retailing 10 cc's. That budget got to go to $4. It has got to go to $4. So look at the numbers. If it's one-on-one, product sessions, one-on-one, if you normally do 1 a day, now they got to be 2 a day. If you normally do 1 health talk a month, now it's got to be 4 health talk a month. So you need to set those numbers so that you can have the aggressiveness to say, oh my gosh, if I want to have 4 products launches in a month, that means 1 a week. Probably I need to approach 2 offices or 3 offices each and every day. So on my daily method of operation, when I wake up in the morning, before I go and sit down, start scrolling, I'm first going to visit 3 offices. I'm going to go introduce myself to 3 offices, and then I'm going to go sit down. Once I've done that, it means I've already planted the seed that is connected to my most important method, the method that I've chosen. I hope you're getting me. I hope you're getting me. Because there are a million things that you can do, but there've got to be some that you're focusing on. Now, here are some advices, guys. If you're running ads and you want to go for 10cc, get your ad running weekly. Every week, have an ad running. I was having a chat with a lady yesterday, actually. She did amazing. She did 4 cc's in May, and this month she wants to go for 7 cc's. 7 cc's. And she told me, Enos, come rain, come sunshine, this month I will have an ad running each and every day the whole month. And I'm like, yes, there's an increase in activity there. So if you're running ads, if that's one of your major methods, don't continue to put the same $1 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you expect the CCs to go 10. No, it's not going to happen. Launches, challenge yourself 2 per week, because you want to go big, right? 2 per week. Calls. If you are calling people to explain about the products, challenge yourself. Can I call 5 to 10 people every day and explain about the products? If calls doesn't mean to be called, it could be you're sending an audio, but can you have 5 to 10 interactions with customers? Now, when you look at this retailing strategy, what you realize is it will need you to be very effective in how you're using your time. And when you're really doing these things, you will have no time to chit chat with other FBOs. Can I give a wake-up call? If where you're working your business, you have FBOs around you also working the business, be very careful. Because it's very easy for us as FBOs to chit chat for 1 hour and work for 10 minutes. Very easy. And it doesn't feel guilty. There's no guilty feeling there. It feels okay because our chit chats are not, they're not nonsense. No, we are chit-chatting important stuff. We are chit-chatting ideas. We are chit-chatting what ChatGPT is saying about our products. We are chit-chatting, look at this amazing test. We are chit-chatting great stuff, but it is not going to bring us the 10 cc's that we are looking for. So we'll need to put in the time. We need to be very, very strict with our time. Get those activities planned up. If you're going to do pub, have at least 2 pubs. Have at least 2 pubs. Have them. One pup is with this person, another person with this person. After 4 days, they go to another person. So in a week, 8 people have actually tested your products. 8 people have actually tested your products. All right. What is PUP? Thank you for that question. PUP stands for Personal Use Product Pack. And what you do with PUP is you put products that can be used by someone to try them, and then the same products can be taken to be tried by someone else. So let's say you put a lotion, okay? You can put drinks. You can put a lotion there. You can put a shampoo. You can put a conditioner. You can put a scrub. Most of the skincare and personal care products can be put in a PUP, right? So you give someone PUP, they try it. After 4 days, you go and collect your PUP. And you ask them if they want to make an order or not. If they're not ready to make an order or they're not making an order, it's okay. You wrap it up nicely and you give it to someone else. And how you can approach people for PUP, you can call the people you know and tell them, hey, you know what? I'm on a campaign this month. You know, I know you see me posting my products, but what we have realized in Forever, so many people have never tried our products. So we are on a campaign to give people an opportunity to try the products for free for 4 days. Would you like to try some of our products for free for 4 days? If they say yes, you take the PUP to them, wrap it nicely. If it's someone's office, go to that office yourself, because when you're going there, you're going to do contact marketing. When you are giving that PUP to someone, it's nicely wrapped. The person next door is like, wow, what is that? And you're like, oh, we are giving people an opportunity to try our products for free for like 4 days. Oh, really? How can I also try? No problem. We'll also bring you a package. And they're like, are you serious? You're going to give me Forever products? These expensive products that I even fear to touch them sometimes. You're going to give me an opportunity to try them for 4 days? They try them. And the experience is when you've got 2 PUPs moving around, in a month, that movement of pups will probably give you 1, 2, sometimes even 3 products. I mean, 3 CCs. So you've got some strategies that are using, and please pick strategies that you are happy with, strategies that you'll enjoy. Don't pick things that are going to make you feel miserable every time you think about them. You gotta learn to work on your strength as well, right? If you're doing flyers, do massive with flyers. They say leave a paper trail. The target is about 200 flyers a week. 200 flyers a week is not a joke, guys. That's serious work. That's serious. You know why most people are not getting results with flyers? Because they are doing 200 flyers for 6 months. For 6 months. I can tell you, sometimes someone comes, they buy 100 flyers and they don't come back until after 2-3 months. That's when they come back again to buy 100 flyers. So when I say 200 for 6 months, I'm not just speaking out of nowhere. No, it's a fact. Now, if you do 200 a week, you will get results. Let me tell you something. Back then, when there was no social media, we devised a method using flyers. We approached people that are selling newspapers, and we'll talk to them, we'll tip them a little bit, and then we'll put our flyers inside newspapers. And there are people that sell newspapers, and they supply newspapers in offices. Even in our office in Forever, they bring us newspapers. Now I open a newspaper and I find a flyer there. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to read that flyer. It has your number there. If it has something that I want, who knows? We call it leave a paper trail, flyers. Now, why am I talking about all this? Why am I talking about all this? Because you need to have more than one method that you're using for retaining, right? You have to have more than one method. Now, let me jump to recruiting. Before I jump to recruiting, can you kind of browse through these? And I can also encourage to go to the First Steps to Manager. There is a page dedicated to different methods of retailing, but I want you to browse through this and kind of make a decision. As I said, I don't want us to just finish the training. No. I want by the end of training, you have highlighted your action points. You've highlighted your action points. If you remember, the first time I stopped was to tell you to decide how you want your volume mapping to be, right? Now I'm on retailing strategy. I want you to pick your retailing strategy now. Pick them. Because I can tell you, if you don't pick them right now, circle, star, underline, whatever. If you don't pick them right now, chances are you won't pick them. You remain the same. So please pick them. So we go together. Pick them. Right? Pick them. Have you picked already? I hope and pray you've picked. All right, let's go now to recruiting strategy. Remember, these strategies, they are part of your 7-day plan. If you remember the 7-day plan, there was a retailing strategy, recruiting strategy, personal development, right? It's part of your 7-day plan, right? Now, being part of a 7-day plan, it means every day we need to be having an activity that is connected to the strategy that we have selected there. So number one, when it comes to recruiting, have your prospecting plan. Where are you going to be getting those amazing people to talk to? Where are you going to be getting those people that you want to change their lives? Where are you going to be getting that new family you want to bring into Forever? Where are you going to be getting them from? We've got lots of methods on how to prospect. Make a decision. Where am I going to be getting them from? Contacting. How many am I going to be contacting on a daily basis about the business? Now, if you're planning to recruit one person and to retail 8 CCs, put your activities accordingly. And remember the number. If you want to recruit 2 people a month, you should be contacting at least 5 people a day. That is equal, to 150 people a month. Don't just contact 5 people a day for 7 days and you've not recruited and you give up. No, remember I told you about lead time in the beginning. That's why we need to get our mind ready for all these activities, right? And where are you going to be getting the energy to continue doing this is if every day you are doing personal development, then that personal development gets you to refocus. When you listen to Jim Rohn and he's telling you know what, you're going to invite people to the meeting and they're not going to come because some of them are going to be eaten by the birds. And I'm not going to explain what do I mean by being eaten by the birds. You go find out on that audio. It's amazing, Recruiting strategy, right? Contacting the tools. What tools are you using? Do you have your videos ready? I use videos, guys, a lot. I use videos a lot. And partly because I'm a little bit busy here and there. So I use videos a lot. You know, if someone is a little bit difficult to secure an appointment with me, I send a video quickly. I don't overdrag, trying to get an appointment with someone for 2 weeks. Now, if they're not available, I simply send a video, guys. I mean, if they can't get at least ready for an appointment after watching a video, my conclusion, even if I met them, maybe they would have not joined anyways, right? So it's not a big deal. It is okay. So use the tools. Now, I want to say something about remaining visible. Let me underline that. Why I'm saying that? Because a number of times as FBOs, we are completely invisible as business builders. We are completely invisible. We are only visible as retailers. Like your WhatsApp status. It has, when you have so many statuses or stories. No, I think it's stories. You have those like too many. And all of them are about the products, nothing on the business. So it means anybody who watches your statuses, they have zero idea that you actually have an opportunity for them. Zero idea. They don't know. So please, even if your 10cc's are gonna be 10cc retailing, purely only 10cc retailing, you don't want to do anything on recruiting, don't make sure you are still visible on your recruiting activities. Make sure you post on your status. If you can't call people, post on your status. You can't go do a one-on-one, put on your status. Let me give you a cheat code here. I want to give you a cheat code. Let me give you a cheat code. My focus is on recruiting. So what I do, almost all my vital energy and time, almost all of it is going on recruiting and building a team and all that. But I'm also posting products on my statuses. Not every day, but I can't pass a week I've not posted a product. Not possible. I still post my products. And when I post my products on my statuses, sometimes I'm the one using, sometimes it's just explanation of the products. Guess what? I'm still visible to the people watching my statuses that, hey, this guy, we can also buy from him, because you know what? People look at me and they feel like I'm too rich. So I probably don't need to sell. I'm not even selling. Some of them, they even text me, hey, do you also sell? Some of them, I posted an aloe vera gel and say, hey, Enos, can you get me someone to deliver an aloe vera gel for me? Like, Enos, can you get someone, they feel like maybe this guy is not even selling anymore. He's already making a lot of money. He's not selling. No. And I'll tell them, hey, I'll deliver it myself. I won't go there myself physically to deliver, but that's going to be myself, right? So remain visible. This is important, guys, because one day you'll want to build a team. And if you have never been visible, it means the people that could have joined, all right? The people that could have joined, will not join. They'll join somebody else because you have missed out to show them that you're also building a business, right? Be organized. Be organized. When it comes to recruiting, be organized. Now, I'm going to go deeper here. Listen to me very, very carefully. Very carefully. If you're not organized, and especially for those of you that are part-time or you've got a lot of other things happening in your life, you need to be organized more than anybody else. Now, let me tell you a few things for you to consider in order for you to be organized. Number one, when you prospect, when you get numbers, how you save someone's name is very important. Have a formula that can help you go back to them when you need to. That's part of being organized. You don't just save Joseph New. What the hell is Joseph New? When did this Joseph New come to your life? Where is he coming from? Is he coming from Instagram? Is he coming from TikTok? Is he coming from face-to-face? Organized, all right? The way you save matters a lot, all right? Number two, make sure you list down almost everybody that you talk to. What do I mean? When you are working, you say, okay, now I'm starting to contact people. Don't just take your phone and start calling people from your phone directly. No. Open your diary and say, these are the people I'm contacting today, these 3 people. And then I'm going to write Enos Instagram, Insta ad April 25 Enos. That's how I save my people, right? If they're from an ad, I put an ad, I put a month and a year. and then the name. So I've add April 25 Enos. All right. So that if I say, you know what, I want to check all the people that responded to my ad this year in May, I can get them. I can get them. You get my point, all right? So coming back to being organized, number one, how you serve. Number two, before you start calling people, write them down, because if you don't write them down, tomorrow you won't remember who you called yesterday. I can tell you, you won't remember. Especially if you've got a lot of things, you will not remember, my friend. You won't. And you want to be able to remember after 7 days. How in the world can you remember, my friend? There's no way. That's not going to happen. So we got to be organized, right? Every day, put that list down, right? That's the second list that I'm talking about here, right? I know, second, third, you keep the count. Another list that you need, these are the core lists. Core list. You can have a million lists, but this core list, okay? Another list that you need is the list of everybody that have taken a look at your information. And I'm saying at your information, if you're on massive retailing, everybody that have watched your products video, everybody that you've talked to about the products, that person has to be written somewhere on the list. My advice to you, break those names in months. Break those names in months so that you have, these are my April people, these are my May people, these are my June people. First of all, it will be giving you quick feedback. Whether are you really playing, are you really putting in the work or you're playing around? Are you busy or are you really productive, right? Every month, it has to be. If you just put one counter book, sometimes I meet someone, okay, can you show me the people you've talked to? They bring me a counter book and it has got names 1 to 300. I'm like, oh my gosh, how long did it take you to talk to these 300 people? What if it took you a year? You might think like I've talked to a lot of people, but 300 people in a year, that's just about, I don't know, is it like 30 people a month? That's like one person a day. It's not much. So please break them in months. It will give you very quick feedback of whether you're going the right way or not. And I would say those can be your minimum list that you need to have. Minimum list that you need to have. When it comes to, for me now, I don't really do a lot of who do you know lists. No, I have more of contact lists. Like these are the people I'm calling today. Those ones, if you come, sit with me, I'll show you. And if I don't have that written, it means that day I did not contact people. So be organized, be organized, be organized. Super important. Now, I want to talk a little bit about your story. Oh my gosh, time is really rushing. I want to talk a little bit about your story. Why your story? Because when you start to talk to people, people will ask you, what do you do? When they ask you, what do you do? They don't really want to know what you do. They want to know, why are you doing it? They want to know if it's going to be beneficial to them. So make sure you have your story ready. And I'm just going to browse through. There are trainings that are going deeper. Well, when you talk about your story, it should cover your background. It should cover the challenges that you faced that caused you to take a look at an opportunity. And then it should bring the forever experience. The forever experience could be how forever came to you. What were the challenges around you saying yes to forever? It could be what are your fears when it comes to forever, so that you can connect with those people. And then you'll finally finish with the expectations. What are you expecting forever from forever? And what could be the potential results that you've already achieved? Have your story ready. So another point, another area that I'm pausing here, do you have your story ready? Is it there? Do you have it ready? Like, and your story is 99% the same. It can't be changing all the time. How do you change your story? You can change your story. Do you have your story ready? If you don't have it ready, please go make it. Put it in your to-do. So on your to-do, number one was the volume mapping, right? Number two was retailing strategy, you pick them. Recruiting strategy, you pick them. Number two, and this is another one, go work on your story, because you'll need it this month. You will call someone and they'll say, those products, I don't believe them. You say, you know what? I totally understand you. Let me tell you something. You know why I joined Forever? You know me, I was there. I started and then I started doing business, but then things became tough. And when things became tough, I started to look for other opportunities. So when I started to look for other opportunity, Forever came to my life. And this is why I said yes to Forever. The person asked you about the product, said the products are crap, right? And you started with your story. This is why I said yes to Forever, because I saw that in Forever, I will have an opportunity to, number one, use high quality products. So you didn't go straight and say, no, we have high quality. No, you started with your story. I'll have an opportunity to use high quality products. I will be building a business around high quality products. I'll be building a business around products with a huge market potential. So the reason why I've reached out to you is because I know the quality of our products will definitely be something that you're going to enjoy. So you'll need to have your story ready. You'll need to have your story ready. Okay? Super important. All right. Now, let me finish up with some extra tips. Extra tips. Again, I don't want to leave anybody behind. I want you to understand this is a journey. And why am I taking this like a journey? Because my aim is for you to smash these 10 cc's and also to know how you can help someone else do 10 cc's. Because if you can do it and you can show someone else to do it, magic. That's amazing. Because you'll be recruiting people and you'll start to help those people do 10 cc's. Do you know that if you do 10 and you get one person to do 10, that's 20. Do you know that if you've got 2 people in your team that are doing 10 cc's and you're doing 10 cc, in 4 months, you're a manager. In 4 months, you're a manager. I know you'll calculate and say, 30 times 4 is 120. Hey, your team won't just have people doing 10. There'll be others doing 1, 2. So I know the average will work out. So you only need you and 2 more people. You and 2 more people to know how to do 10 cc. You're a manager. That's why we're going through this. That's why we are going a little bit deeper. That's why we are going a little bit deeper, because we don't just want you to do it. We want you to learn how to also help someone else. So some extra tip. The first tip, there you have it. Gotta pray. Pray, my friend, pray. Don't be too proud to pray. Don't be too late to pray, okay? Don't start praying when it is 1 hour before the month closes. I mean, why are you giving God now such a tough job now? How do you want God to even bring you those customers? We better start praying from the beginning of the month. Tithe and offerings. Tithe and offering. And I gotta say this, you know, I've created a group with supervisors in Tanzania, probably expand to other countries soon. And I asked them, what can you tell an assistant supervisor who is trying to do 10 cc's? And almost every one of them mentioned praying and mentioned about tithing and offering to your place of worship. So there's no way I'm gonna omit that. There is no way. There is no way. You better do it. You better do it. Now, another tip I can give you, make sure you've got powerful mornings. How can you have powerful mornings? How can you have powerful mornings? Your morning has to start with something that's going to feed your self-esteem. For some of you, is exercising. For some of you, it is personal development. But I can tell you, if you can make sure you have personal development every morning, even if you're not exercising, I encourage you, but even if you're not exercising, if you can do personal development, and that can be as easy as listening to something, gosh, you have no reason not to do personal development, because now you can just listen to something. All right. If you don't drive, even better, you can listen with your eyes closed. You could be in a public transport. You don't need to listen to all those noises outside. You have your earphones on. You are listening to something that is powering your mind. You are creating that powerful morning, because the moment you get in your office, you're going to sit down and you say, I'm starting my day now. You're going to open that diary and you're going to say, this is my daily method of operation today. Today, this is what I'm going to do. Today, I'm going to call 10 of my old customers and introduce them to new products. Today, I am going to send 50 messages to people Instagram. I'm going to create that list. Now, I'm going to be able to do that because I'm powerful in my mind already. So have that powerful morning. Positive affirmations. Go for them. Whatever it is that's going to make your morning powerful. Number 2, set your exact time for activities. These are extra tips. Don't just say, I will prospect every day. No, no, no. Say, I will prospect 8 a.m. in the morning. I will prospect 10 a.m. in the morning. When I'm prospecting, I mean I will send DM messages, okay? I will DM people 1 p.m. I will DM people this time. Do you know, whenever I share my story, I say I was doing the business 2 hours every day. And then I go ahead and say 1 hour during lunchtime and 1 hour 5 p.m. when I knock off the office. It means I had set the exact time of me doing my activities. I was talking to a lady. She has got a very big, very busy job. And I advised her, you know what? My advice to you, when you drive to your office, before you get out of the car, make 3 calls. While you're still inside your car, make 3 calls, then go to the office. Because the moment you sit in your desk, on your desk, that's it. You'll be swamped with work until evening and you'll have no time to make those calls. So set the exact time for you to do the activities. Set it. Because if you don't set it, you'll not be consistent. You'll not be consistent. So set the exact time of you doing it, all right? Number 4. That number 4? Number 5. These are tips, guys. Work with your upline, crossline, whoever, but work with someone. You know, it's always good to have some sort of accountability. It's always good to know there's somewhere that I'll be sending a report to. Not a report like a report, but there's somewhere that I will expose my underperformance or my super performance. It gets you on your toes a little bit when you know that. So have someone you can work with. And if you can work with your upline, work closely with your upline. If you are new in the business, my advice to you, everyone that you talk to and shows a little bit of interest, make sure you connect them with your upline. Sometimes people make a mistake. They only connect their uplines with people who are super negative because they want their uplines to change them from super negative to positive. It is much easier to get someone that is positive to join than to change someone who is negative. So get those people that say, I'm interested. Don't let them sleep without talking to your upline. Don't let them sleep without someone says, I really love C9. I'm going to make sure I get this C9 before the month ends. Don't say, okay, this one I don't have to worry about. At the end of the month, I'm going to get my C9. No, 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 no. That's the person you need to connect to your upline. Hey, this person said he's going to buy C9. Please do something. Send a message. Make a call. Why? Because your upline will add something to that person, and that person might probably make an even firmer decision. So work with your upline, all right? Smartly ask for support. Remember, these are tips, and you may not use all of them. Why did I say smartly ask for support? You know, you have customers, and some of the customers, you have even become friends right now, right? You have become friends, some of your customers. That means you can ask for support. You can tell them, and I can testify this. We have people that testify that they got CCs from their good customers after telling them, you know what, this month, you know, I'm working on this business full time. It's very important to me, and I really thank you for being my customer. I have a target this month, and if I achieve this target, it will help me move to the next level, which is very important to me. So I'm coming to you and to ask you if you can support me by buying your products this month. Maybe you are planning to buy next month. Can you buy them this month? Smartly ask for support. When I say smartly, meaning be careful who are you asking. You know, choose the right people, choose the right words, choose the right tone. You know, don't be too needy, you know, but show their importance and how you value them, okay? Smartly ask for support. These are extra tips because I can tell you when it is 29th of the month and you're on 6 CCs, you need all the ideas that you can use. So get that support, okay? Now, I want to advise you also to think beyond supervisor. Think beyond supervisor. Why? Because that will give you an extra push. When it's just about supervisor, I might say, first of all, how much is my profit going to increase by becoming a supervisor? Nothing much. So if I miss it this month, I can work for it next month. You can find yourself becoming negative like that. But when you start to think beyond supervisor, like, wait, I want to smash my supervisor this month so that the people that I'm going to bring in, I can also get them to supervisor. You get my point? You're starting to think beyond supervisor. You might say, okay, I'm going to push these 10 CCs, but I'm also putting in the recruiting activities. I'm going to be visible on my recruiting activities. Even if I'm not going all out doing Zoom presentations about the business, I'm not putting, 3 hours a day into recruiting, but I'm going to be visible that, hey, I'm here. I'm also someone that is also helping people to create an extra income. Yes, you can join me. I'm not the most active people, but you know what? Through me, you have this leader here. Make sure you're visible. Make sure you're visible. Offers, put offers. These are extra tips that you can use, especially when water is here. In Swahili we say, maji yakifika shingoni. I don't know if that saying exists in English, but it simply means when water is here on your neck, you're about to drown. You only have 2 hours to finish. You have got 1 day and you need to get those 2 CCs. Do you know how painful it is to close the month with 8 CCs? I mean, that's like super painful. So at that time, when you've got few hours, you've got 1 day, 2 days, you need to bring in those CCs. You go all out. You go all out, my friend. You will decide yourself how much you want to stretch your offers. How much you want to stretch your offers, you will decide yourself, right? You go all out. You go all out. Be compliant. My best advice is don't lower the price. You can give offers. You can give extra products. You can say, you know what? If I sell 3 aloe vera gels, the profit I'm making is enough for me to buy another aloe vera gel. So I'm going to give my customers an offer this day. Anybody who buys 3 aloe vera gels, you'll get 1 for free. You know for sure that, hey, here, I'm just smashing my CCs. I'm not making any profits, or I'm getting just bare minimum profit, because the bottom line, I want to see those 10 CCs in my system. Why do I want to see those 10 CCs in my system? Because there is life after 10 CC. There is me going for bigger goals. There's me having people in my team that believe can also go for 10 CCs. And then that will create also a ripple effect. So go for it. Go for it. Think bigger. And somewhere along the way, when you're working the business, this will happen to you. It will get dark. It will get dark. All the plans you've made, they will disappear. You won't be seeing them anymore. Somewhere along the way, the spotlight that you are having from your leader, it may even disappear somewhere along the way. Somewhere along the way, you might feel like, oh my gosh, this is not going to happen. That one, I assure you, it can happen. If not this month, somewhere along the way, it can happen. When that happens, go back and remind yourself that, you know what? I knew this was bound to happen at some point. I knew it could be tough, and my mind was prepared, and my mind was ready. So if it's happening, I better as well toughen up and say, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm still going to go for those 10 CCs. I'm still going to push for those 10 CCs. So, my amazing people, before we wrap up and say bye-bye to everybody here, I hope the training was impactful for you. I hope it gave you the mindset, it got your mindset ready for work. I hope it gave you some tips on what you should do in order for you to smash these 10 CCs, in order for you to be a pro at smashing these 10 CCs. And if it gave you that, then the training did what it had to do. Now, at the end of the day, the training will be over, and then the work will be starting, and the work is about to start. So I want to remind you on those resolutions that you've made for yourself. I want you to think about the volume mapping you have decided. I want you to think about the retailing strategy. I want you to think about recruiting strategy. And I want you to remember the numbers. And I know a number of you are doing ads. And if you're doing ads, and if 1 week has gone, you don't have your ad ready, can you challenge yourself to have that ad running before this weekend ends, please? Because time is running and you gotta go fast. You gotta go fast. So amazing people. Thank you all so very much. In the interest, because I know this group is of serious people, I want to give 5 minutes or so. If anybody has got a question, if you've got any question, if there's no question, it is still fantastic. It is still okay. We hope and pray. We are going to smash. Wow. Somebody said, I'm smashing 10cc these 2 weeks. Fantastic. I love that. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. All right. Awesome. This is a golden chance for us to grow the business, guys. Let us use it. Thank you all so very much. Put God first. Work like crazy. Nothing will stop you. All the best. See you at work. Thank you so much.